Prospectors are the heart of Wildgate, and each of the 7 spacefaring adventurers can have a significant impact on the outcome of matches in the Reach. With a variety of playstyles though, you may find yourself asking, which Prospector is right for me? Well, today that's exactly the question we'll be delving into ahead of the game's launch next Tuesday, July 22nd, as we go over all their abilities, passives and playstyles so you're ready for when the Reach's doors open. Starting things off with Venture, this Prospector is an AI robot, explorer and educator who I'd recommend all new players to start with. He's not overly complex, but has a pretty game-changing kit. First off, because he's a robot, he doesn't need oxygen. This is a massive factor that you just don't have to worry about when playing him. It makes him excellent for going on long distance journeys with turbines, fending off borders when your ship's oxygen is destabilised, and of course exploring POIs, especially when there's oxygen drain, which can be a big hindrance for the other Prospectors. He has a respectable 100 health, which puts him in the middle of the other characters, but regenerates health faster, which is incredibly useful both when clearing out PvE and boarding enemy ships. Finally, Venture's friendly AI camera, Cameron, warns Venture when an enemy is behind him. This ability goes through walls and other barriers and can include enemies outside your ship, which is an extremely powerful passive. This makes Venture great for warning the rest of your crew when boarders are coming and is a useful heads up when you're occupied on the helm or guns. The ace pilot and all-round enjoyer of the finer things in life, Mophs, is a stealthy boarder, and whilst he's the weakest of the Prospectors sitting at 80 health, he has a powerful camouflage ability. This allows him to turn invisible and move faster for a limited amount of time. It's player activated and has 1 charge, replacing the 2 charge mag hook which Prospectors like Venture have for movement, but it has some incredible playmaking potential, especially when it comes to stealing. Mophs is the ultimate Prospector for those who want to sneak aboard an enemy ship and take their hardpoints and guns for themselves. You can open doors and perform any instant interactions freely, but doing anything non-instant such as firing your gun or attempting to steal something will cancel the ability. In my experience though, this often isn't an issue, because by the time your invis is knocked off and the enemy crew has found you, you're already gone and back on board your ship with your prize. It is worth noting that enemies can partially see you at close range, so don't get too close when trying to go undetected. Mophs also has a flat movement speed increase, flying 30% faster than the other Prospectors. After an encounter with a mysterious alien artifact, the Prospector K gained powers beyond her understanding. With 100 health, K is another boarder whose kit consists of 2 powerful parts. Her passive, Telekinetic, allows her to interact with objects up to 10 meters away. Doors, guns, the helm, equipment recharge stations, even rezzing teammates, she can do it all from 10 meters away. This makes her brilliant for holding angles on enemy ships' reactors and taking a leaf out of Moph's book, stealing enemies' loot. The second part of her kit, Warp Jump, is a 1 charge player activated ability replacing the mag hook, which allows her to teleport up to 100 meters away instantly. Whilst initially this might seem like a short range, I assure you it is broken, especially if you have LOS inside a POI or an enemy ship. Negating the travel time allows you to outsmart your opponents and have the element of surprise, wreaking havoc on their ship before they know what's hit them. So if you want to play mind games with your opponents and confuse them in a fight, K is the Prospector for you. The free colonist Sammo is the ultimate ship defender, and any boarder would be wise to be careful of him. Coming in at 120 health, he's one of the strongest Prospectors and has 2 key passives that make him stand out. The first, Be Gone, automatically heals him for his full 120 health after blasting a Prospector on his ship. This makes him the most effective Prospector at dealing with multiple boarders. His second passive, The Quiet, allows him to see enemies inside his own ship through walls at a range of 20 meters. This extremely powerful trait gives him the upper hand in almost every boarding situation, allowing for him to stay 1 step ahead of his rivals. The only exception here is when Mophs is using his camouflage ability, but overall Sammo is a fantastic pick for all the ship pilots out there, or anyone who prefers to look after their own ship rather than sabotage enemy Prospectors. Wealthy jet racing enthusiast Adrian is a boarder with the best movement out of any of the Prospectors. He has 100 health and shares Moph's passive of 30% increased flight speed, but his player activated ability, Jetpack, that replaces the mag hook, is where he really shines. It allows him to travel extraordinary distances on his own and is tied to an energy meter, meaning you have complete control over how much you use it. Jetpack is also the best source of movement in the game when it comes to multi-directional travel, with minimal thrust lost when changing directions, making it amazing for boarding in high movement and vertical ship battles. The ability works similar to the turbine in the sense that the longer it's activated for, the faster you'll travel. However, spacing it into 2 or potentially 3 uses is still a very valid option. Overall, for all those Iron Man enthusiasts out there who enjoy fast travel and manoeuvrability, pick Adrian. The axolotl-esque Milko, Sal, has a deep love of technology. She's perhaps the most unique prospector in the game, and despite falling under the role of engineer, can actually do pretty much everything really well. Her kit has 3 elements to it, the first of which being the passive Reflective Nanites. This allows her multi-tool to bounce to a second target, meaning she repairs her ship and puts out fires at twice the speed. The second part to her kit is Salvage. This allows Sal to deposit unwanted items found in the Reach into her ship's processor to gain random items back, and sometimes special devices in the form of the Sal Bomb Trap or the Sal Invention. The Sal Bomb Trap is a more powerful version of the regular bomb trap, dealing 30 damage to enemy ships, and the Sal Invention is a device that provides ammo regen and a buff to ship shields, both of which are incredibly beneficial. The final part to her kit is a passive, which means she has no vulnerable location. Combine that with her 120 health and you have a Prospector that's great for defending and repairing your ship, but also has some pretty amazing boarding potential. Having fought in the 100 Years' War, ex-Vanguard member Ion is a boarder who can single-handedly turn fights around. He has 120 health, making him the strongest of the 4 boarding-focused Prospectors, and 2 powerful passives. The first, Battering Ram, means his melee attacks deal 2 times the damage, and can also destroy ship parts. This game-changing trait allows him to cause significant issues for enemies by taking out engines, guns, and hardpoints. He can even break down secure doors, which especially counters the Bastion, and the Helm's windshield, giving him many different options when deciding how to approach a board. His second passive, yielded by his 4 arms, automatically reloads his stowed weapon, which is extremely useful in both PvE and PvP. Aside from weapon switching times, this effectively means he has no gunfire downtime, and switching to a different weapon and then back to your original is actually quicker than reloading normally. So if you want to be a pro Space Marine and chop down the competition, Ion's your man. And there we have it, all 7 Prospectors, and it's really impressive how they each feel so different, and yet you're not strictly locked into a certain playstyle or hard countered. Moonshot have done a great job with designing each of them. Let me know which Prospector you're going to pick down in the comments below and why. I'm super eager to know who you're planning on jumping into the Reach with. And if you have any questions, you can either leave them in the comments or join my Discord server. Links are in the description and I'll do my best to answer them. For now though, that does just about bring us to the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, then please do consider leaving a like. It really does help out the channel an absolute ton, and subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest Wildgate news as and when it comes out. And while you're at it, why not hit the bell as well so you never miss a single upload. But anyways, apart from all that, thanks for watching and I'll see you later.